feel like we just learned a little more about Adam.
Seriously, that was her name.
Her name was Adam? That's amazing. All right, so right now I'm going to kick it over to just Johnny.
Yep.
Waiting with a zen-like patience because he's got the inside stuff on Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Sound like a rejected ice cream truck flavor.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this, man. I think I'm about to get this.
Tropical Freeze. Sound like one of those push pops that no one buys.
Yeah, so it's true to its name. There's Donkey Kong Country Returns came out on the Wii, and then came out on like the 3DS or something like that. And then they made a sequel for the Wii U, and then the Switch came out. Fantastic success, outsold the Wii U, and they decided to bring essentially the same game but with some enhancements, just shy of a remaster or a modern day like HD, because the game was previously like an HD version. But they added, for example, they enhanced a little bit of the graphics. It's run at a higher resolution, very much a smoother frame rate. The load times are definitely improved. Good. And more importantly, one of the major enhancements is they added an easy mode to a game that was actually really, really, really hard. I never
Wait, Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong Country is a hard game.
Well, the first one I can understand. I would assume that they've lightened up since then.
No. Damn. They
Damn.
never did. They kept it hard as hell. The whole way through, except for Donkey Kong Country Returns. That game was hard for different reasons because it came out on the Wii. On the Wii, they decided to force motion controls on you, and I did not like that game because of it. However, this one being on the Switch, it does have motion controls, but it has the option to turn it off, which is thank you. That's all I can say is just thank you. I want to play a awesome, fast, very challenging platformer game without any motion controls because I want to land every single one of these jumps. And it's fast. Like, you never would have guessed how fast a monkey can kind of roll, or an ape. Sorry, apes.
Wait,
monkeys.
How fast can they
roll?
Oh, you suck.
That's how I roll.
Anytime you say, and you set up the joke perfectly, you just let me down.
So,
and he's not sorry. He says he's sorry. He's not sorry. Okay, so how were you using these motion controls to control Donkey Kong? Because are you just imitating apes in your living room?
I wasn't.
Yeah, that was my question. I'm pretty sure since they're integrated for the first time, it's how was it any different from the previous iteration?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the major
difference... I played the one. I know your pains and woes from the original, so I totally understand your argument with that. So what was done differently now that made it a little smoother?
So on the original Returns, you had to waggle the Wii remote in order to do the roll, which is you're doing that all the time. And part of your precision platforming for the country games is that in order to do the long jumps, you have to do a roll first, and then you can even roll off of a cliff, and while free falling, still in your roll animation, you could still get a free jump out of that. So the momentum you build up from the roll adds to your jump that you then use to come out of the roll, and you use that to do all of the serious platforming and finding all of the intricate secrets in this. On the Wii version, on the original Donkey Kong Country Returns, you had to waggle. That broke the game for me. It was
because you're constantly doing that.
Yeah. It's like you don't want to waggle on demand when you need it to be as precise as the difficulty requires. This one, not the case. You hit either Y or X button. You can even change that around if you want, and boom, you are rolling exactly when you want to roll. You can jump exactly when you want to jump. Game has co-op, so like in the previous. The original country games, right? You had Diddy Kong there with you, but it was more of like a HP system. Yeah. Diddy did play a little bit differently, but it was kind of like an HP system. Donkey Kong takes a hit, Diddy takes over. I think you could even tag team them in the sequel or something like that to swap them out.
Wait, so it was like more of a Mario Luigi thing and less of a Sonic and Tails thing.
Right, but
see, this is how old I am. I only have those old ass references.
More Sonic and Tails, less Mario and Luigi, because it wasn't like you have to reset the level after you take a hit with Mario or something like that.
Okay.
Where you're playing as Luigi. It wasn't that. This one you're playing. You can do co-op, and it's right then and there. Both of you are controlling two different characters on screen at the same time. Very good stuff. The new character that they added to Tropical Freeze.
Stop! A new character.
Yeah, for the Switch version.
Oh.
Is Funky Kong.
Funky Kong.
Wait, isn't Funky Kong that old
Funky Kong? That's like Jar Jar Binks.
Funky Kong is from the cartoon
Funky
show,
Kong.
right? Funky Kong is from the cartoon show. That's that weird ass surfer dude, isn't it?
Yes,
Of course it is,
man.
And Pat remembers it. That's hilarious.
Of course I remember.
That's
you want to talk jive, motherfucker, man?
You're the man. I give you.
He's a Funky Kong. We like to tag in.
Such a horrible name.
That's so very wrong. Funky Kong.
He happens to be some type of ape that's funky. Like, man, so he smells like ass during the whole.
Nah, hold on. I don't know if you ever saw this series, but there was Funky Kong, this like obnoxious surfer dude, and then there was what was the girl's name? I forget her name. It was Dixie, the most inappropriately animated, sexualized. Like seriously.
Is that the taller one?
The taller one with the halter top.
Oh,
it's like a pink halter top.
That's not Dixie. That's someone else. I forgot her name though.
Okay, they animated ass on an ape. Okay, that's what on a cartoon for like 7-year-olds.
That was totally for the furry fans right there.
For the furry fans, she had rocking the D cup, that children's cartoon show, and now they're bringing this into the game. Tell us about Funky Kong.
Man, I think you're worked up over this.
Yo, I'm gonna show
us about it, man. I'm
gonna show you one. I'm gonna find a picture. Johnny, please continue. I apologize for interrupting your report here.
So there's a couple of different characters in there, and they all have different abilities. Funky Kong, his abilities are essentially make him the easy mode of the game because he gets a double jump, which none of the other characters have except for Diddy has like this rocket pack that gives him a little bit of a boost. Dixie has like the helicopter hair that can give her a little bit of an extra lift on a jump. Funky Kong just straight up double jump. He also has a surfboard that he can use to, if there's like spikes in a level, he can just jump onto the spikes and use the surfboard to kind of create a platform instead of taking a hit from the spikes below. He also gets a significantly higher HP bar. He gets 5 hearts instead of the default 2 hearts. So he can take 5 hits.
What's the name of the game again?
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
And then he's in the freeze. He's surfing.
Yes.
Why is there a surfer?
So the enemies sort of came in. There was like these weird Viking seal animals from the north that come into Donkey Kong's tropical island, and they notice that the island is too sunny or whatever, and they kind of blow this big magical horn. A big giant ice dragon comes and like envelops the entire island in ice, and then they sort of plop their boat, their Viking ship, at the top of the island, and they take control of it. And you're Donkey Kong. That's your island. You're like the king of that particular jungle. And now you get blown away from the assault. You get blown away to some random smaller island, and you're island hopping your way back to your island that is now completely transformed from the first game.
All right, hold on. Let me pause if we're talking about getting the blown on the island for a second. I just brought up an image
Candy Kong, and
Candy,
she's wearing...
she's wearing body paint. Can you?
This is rough.
I told you. Adam did not believe me.
Candy Kong's covered in hair, and she's got D cups, wearing a little halter top.
Yes, indeed.
With hair cleavage.
Mm-hmm. And she got them eyes. Come get some. Come get some. Come get some.
She looks like
which
she
one
looks like a character from Jersey Shore. Too much tan.
Candy Kong. They even gave her the stripper name too. I like it.
Yeah, no.
It's
Candy Kong.
Check out the lower half.
That's
too.
not right, bro.
It's shaped. It's
now
shaped.
I understand my friend's stripper tendencies.
Should I post that?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
No.
So
everyone can now see Candy Kong.
So keep an eye out for Candy Kong and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze 2. Straight chilling.
You showed that to the right parent.
Right, just get it off.
In today's current society, you show that to the right parent, it's a wrap.
Tell me who you telling. Okay, so Johnny, what would you give this bad boy? First of all, how does it compare to how does it work with the bongo controls? I gotta know.
Bongo controls. I haven't played it with the bongo controls, unfortunately, but maybe when I go home, I'll bust out the bongo controls and get a beat going.
I know you got them.
Not die.
I know
it reminds me of George of the Jungle, where he's like, oh, now, and they got the gorillas in the back.
George.
Got the gorilla beats like in the back. What a great movie.
I'd say this game overall, absolute thumbs up. This has some
thumbs up.
Absolute thumbs up.
I was literally going to buy it the other day. It was $60. I'm like, let me go to work first.
It is totally worth it. It has some of the best platforming level design you can play in any platforming game. This puts to shame like the new Super Mario games, like the new ones. They're really, really good, and I definitely recommend those games. But just the first level in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze puts to shame the best level in those games. Like, these levels are ridiculously well designed. There's secrets tucked away in places where you kind of suspicious, like, is there a secret there? Then you go and check it out, and lo and behold, there's actually a secret there. You have to do your precision platforming. There's enemies, and everything is like so exactly precise and accurate. And for whatever reason, they decided to go over the top and put explanations for why the levels are designed the way that it is. Like,
I love how you're so wowed by, for whatever reason, they decided to make this game like make sense.
Yeah,
and give it content.
It's just crazy.
And it's exacting.
But like normal games would have a platform rotating around in a circle. In this game, it's like, no, it's not going to be just some magical platform that just rotates. It's going to be part of this gear cogwheel device where this waterfall is going to come and pour onto the back end gears in order to churn it, and that waterfall will sort of come in and come out in waves in order to move that little platform.
So when the waterfall lands on Candy, right, the shirt gets like slinging,
and it's white,
and the paint
and they
rubs
freeze,
off.
if you know what I mean. Oh man, get out of here, Candy Kong.
We find out they call it Candy because that was all like powder pattern that washed away now. Okay, so and I want to point out how impressive this is. This man hates everything.
Yeah,
and the fact that you are so jazzed about it. Yeah,
it was great, and I didn't like the Donkey Kong Crunchy Returns, and I was very jaded because of that, and I love the Donkey Kong Country games, and then this one blew me away.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely fantastic. Well worth the price that they're asking.
I'm just thinking of Billy Madison. I disagree. I think Donkey Kong's the greatest game. Donkey Kong sucks. You know something? You suck. Yeah.
Dang. Oh, okay. Well, the game is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze.
Dixie Kong.
Tropical Freeze,
Candy
baby.
Kong. Get out of here.
What?
Stupid
Funky Kong, bringing the funk.
I don't know what happened.
Mad about the Candy Kong.
Adam's losing his damn mind over here. Yeah. All right. So Johnny, thank you very much. What's it available for?
It's available on the Nintendo Switch, also on the Wii U. Don't get it on the Wii U. Get it on Nintendo Switch. It'll be both portable, higher resolution graphics, faster frame rate, and you get Funky Kong.
Cool. I didn't know Cats was still making the Wii U. Yeah, right.
Because they discontinued the system, so why are they still producing the games?
Oh, the game came out like, I don't know, 3 years ago or 2 years ago on the Wii U.
Oh, so this is a remastered of that.
This is like a remastered, and they added additional stuff into it.
No, I thought they released a version for the Wii U, the current one, but that's fine.
No, they just want to make sure you can see Candy in high def.
That's the whole sole reason they built the game.
Hey, you know what?
Subliminal message.
Candy Kong.
I'd buy it.
I know you would.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so and with that, I'm going to kick it over to Black Adam Willis because you, my man.
Yeah, I just got a few things to touch upon with the IFF Boston.
Laying on us. We talked about this a little last week.
We did a little last week.